Hi everyone, welcome back to the craft room. Today's card is going to be made using Infinite Doodles and Abstract Elements, coloured card, and possibly this set as well, which is the Infinite Doodles 2 666524. So that's for later on though, if I use it. So I've pulled out, those are the Infinite Doodles, I think. These are the Abstract Elements. I get them all mixed up because I've got them on the same sheet, but that's the way it is. I'm going to cut some bits. We've got his body and his wing, his neck and head. Did I tell you what I'm doing? Seagull. We got a beak, legs. That's going to put a bit of jaggedy jag on there. Eyebrows, eyes, and I'll pull out the little eyeball later. That's to put a few tail feathers on and stuff. Leg, and he's going to have Wellington boots on, because why not, as I always say, because why not. So I'm going to make some boots out of that somehow. So I got red for the boots. That's for his beak and legs, eyeballs and eyes, him, and that is for a bit of water in a minute. So put that over there. So let me get these bits cut first. So all that was straightforward cutting, apart from this little bit which I'll show you. I want to put a bit of jaggedy jag on the bottom of that. So I'm just going to put that in there with that bit on and just cut a little jaggedy bit. There we go. So there's all our pieces. So I've done two of those because I'm going to stack them. Okay, let's start getting them together then. So I'm going to do those for some tail feathers, so let's cut that off there. Like that. And I'm going to snip these off. Because these are going to be little something coming out of its head, I don't know. Feathers obviously, but I don't know if they've got them, seagulls, but we're not getting a real seagull, are we? I might have them droopy. Right, his eyebrows are not going to be on him, they're going to be above him on the card, so I'll put those to one side. His beak. It's going to be on there. I've done another seagull who was a little bit more involved with a chip on a beach. I'll link that at the end in case you haven't seen it. So this is a simple seagull as opposed to that one. Some eyeballing. Looking up. Oops. Slide that in a bit. Okay, so leggies. We won't put the legs on until we've sorted out the boots, in case the boots don't work. So let's stick that boot on there first. Cut that off. A bit long, so I'm going to take a bit off and take the same amount off for this one. So let's use that as a guide. Boot's going to be facing forward. I wonder if that'll work. That look right? Should they both be facing that way? No, don't look quite right. I think we'll do it like that and see what I think. And then his little leggies. I think he looks quite like a seagull, but he is. I can assure you. Oh, we need those, don't we? I've just noticed that. Let me see if I can pull the curtain a little bit more. There we go. Okay, let me get tidied up. I'm just going to put the shading down the back of this boot so that we can distinguish it from the front one. That was bright red, and with the blender, I'm just going to blend that in a little bit if I can. That's better. So just so it looks like he's got two boots on. I've got some highlights on him. He doesn't look anything like a seagull. So let's put some highlights on his boots. That's big. Tiny bit under. Okay, so there's a card base. I'm at a layer. A little seagull thing. So with this one, there's one in here that looks like water. This is that one. Get that little bit there. So I'm going to cut that in that. Okay, so I've got all these little bits. I'll use them all. That's plenty. So I'm going to make some water for him to stand in. So I'm going to leave him on there as a guide. And put him up a little bit. I think we'll have a sentiment down there, which I need to think about now. So give me a second. So I foiled a little sentiment in black. It says hello sunshine, which is just not what we're seeing in the picture. Right, let me put a little bit of a matte layer around that. So I think it's more of a request than a statement. Right, let me, I won't put it down because I'm not absolutely sure, but our first piece of water is going to start there. Down so that I can stick the rest without moving it too much. So let's just stick him down next. I'm not sure, I am not sure. I'm going to finish this off. Because I like the little bird and the water and the boots. I'm not sure about the sentiment. I'm going to put some crystal glaze on his eyes. And on his boots. Okay, so there's the card. I'm going to leave it to dry. I'm going to think about what sentiment I'm going to put on there. Whether it's going to be that or something else. And I'll come back to it because I just don't know. Well, it's now the next day. I completely forgot that I was supposed to be thinking about a sentiment for this, so I still don't know what to use. So maybe you guys can think of something that I can use on there. I like him. I think he's turned out really sweet, but I just don't know what to say. So the crystal glaze has done exactly what I wanted it to do, which is to put a sheen on it, but not really a domed amount. This glossy accents does what I want that to do, which is it sort of builds it up a little bit. This keeps it fairly flat, which I think is very cool. So I do like it. No sentiment. So we're going to leave that, and I'm going to get on with another card for today, which will be your tomorrow. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Okay, bye.